just wanted to show you a couple of the new things within Constant Contact that are worth knowing about. I'm going to start just by creating a new email newsletter by clicking on Create. And I expect things will probably go pretty slowly, but that's okay. So here are some new things also. Website and stores is new. And yeah, there's just a lot of new stuff. I've been using Constant Contact for about 12 years for my email marketing. I'm also a partner with them, and I'll also put in the chat area a link that you can use to get a 2-month free trial of Constant Contact, which comes with all the different bells and whistles that you're seeing here today. So first up, one thing that you can do is you can use this brand templates link to put your own website into this wizard, and it will create a really cool template for you that copies all of your website colors and that type of thing. So here is a new area too. They're getting more into cross-device emails, so I'm going to choose that as the template that I'm going to use, because that way I know that it's going to show up well on Androids and on iPhones, as well as everything else. So the first thing I usually do is, once this comes up, this is the editor. I usually start by giving this a name. Let's call it test email, so I'm not tempted to send it out. And then this is the header area, what you would see if you're in your email client like Outlook or Gmail. And I'll just leave the subject line there. Know that you can do things like put in emojis. You can also personalize, so you can add a first name, for instance, into the subject line, and that will draw from your database of connections. The pre-header text appears immediately after the subject line, and then it goes away once you open the email. The from name is very important. You can also add emojis here if you want to. And then down here you have your reply address. So I'm just going to save that. The first thing I usually do once I've got that part done is I'll put in a text area, or actually no, what I'll do is I'll add social share buttons. So, but these these enable the email to be shared on social media once a person receives it. And then I'll also often add a little view and web page link as well, and that's right here under insert. And you can change the size of that. You know, that could probably be brought down to very small. You might want to also center that. And then when a person clicks on that, it goes to an archived version of the email. Next up, I'm probably not going to follow the format of what they're talking about exactly here, but I'm going to just get started with an email. So here I'm just going to say, hello to people, hello first name, comma, and then greetings is the default greeting, but you could put anything in here you want to. So let's say it's January, so maybe this is going to be your Valentine's Day email. So here we go. Hello. How has your new year been going? Here's the news from my end. Now, here they're offering the opportunity to put a video in, and I do think that that's a nice idea. So I'm going to grab a video just to show you how that works. And I'm off on another, let's see if it follows me. No, it's not following me. So I'm going out here to find a video. I'm copying the URL for the video. And then I'm coming back into Constant Contact, clicking on the video box, and then I'm going to put my video link there. And here it's showing the thumbnail, and this is something called Electric Sheep, which is a really cool little app that you can use to as a screensaver. And personally, I'm a big fan of making things as big as they'll go. So that's as big as this will go in this particular block. And down here, I can choose other kinds of layouts if I want to. So I can make this kind of fit. It looks like, oh, maybe, not sure what this is about, but no, doesn't really matter. But anyway, it's centered, and then down here, there's an area for me to write a message. Know that within that block, for instance, here's where that information is decided. So here's that gray. You can make that pink if you want to. Let's say you don't want it that pink. You want it darker pink. You can make the article layout border darker. You can change fonts. So for instance, links, you might want to change those to, be like a darker blue, etc. You can change the links for the whole email right over here. And then this is an area where you can grab images if you want to. And then it's really neat. The image editor these days is really quite nifty. So I'm going to just drag this image over. It's a door hanger that I'm working on for a project to get rid of gas-powered leaf blowers. This image can also be linked to a web page or a landing page or anywhere. It can be centered, and you can do all sorts of fun things with images. You can make them bigger. So here we go. This is an image which I can make as big as, no, I still can't get it as wide as the width. Yeah, something, it's probably because it's going to be shown on a phone. This is being built to go to a phone. So some more things to look at over here. You can insert a text box, an image. You can create a button. Nice thing about buttons is, again, they can be the global color and font and things for the buttons can be decided globally, or you can just change it as you want it. Here we can provide a link. So let's say I wanted to go to my website. I'm just going to choose a different website. But let's say, I'm inviting people to do a certain thing, whether it's click on an image or an article or a button. Here I can click on Enable Click Segmentation. This is a wonderful new feature where I can choose a list that people will be added to immediately once they click this link. And so that's a nice thing that's a nice new feature. Another nice new feature, let's see, let me just finish. Anything else I want to show here? This is a good tool to know about. This read more thing is here. I can come in here and I can edit this whole section, put in, well, why don't we try this website and we'll see how that renders within this. Oh, I didn't give it enough time, maybe. Let's see if I insert it. Yeah, so no image is showing up here, but you can see the title of the website, and then you can see some information about that website. But if I put in one where I know there is a, let's see, I'm going to put this one, I know it has an image attached to it. So yeah, here's the image. I can make that bigger. I can change this text if I want to. I can change some of this text if I want to. And then when a person sees this, they'll click on read more, and then they'll go out to the article. And again, I can also do what I showed you a moment ago, where I can change this to, a person can be added to a list. So that's nice. So that's actually, no, you can't use that with read more. So again, we can include a video. Social share buttons I've showed you. A divider just looks like this and just divides. You can change that, make it thicker. You can make that wider. Right now it's already going 100% across. You can change it from a solid line to a dashed line, a few other things. So there's also other action blocks. I can create a poll. So is the content of this email relevant to you, yes or no? And then I can also edit the poll, add more options like that. And then I can also do something called an RSVP, which looks like this. And they'll just give you a little bit of feedback. It's just a quick poll. Then under the preview and test area, I can preview the email and just see what it's going to look like. And I can also send myself a test and like that, see how that shows up. I can also look at this as a mobile email, and I can also look at it and see what it would look like on a desktop. There's also this inbox preview. I don't have that currently, but that's another feature that you can sign up for. And then before I go on, let me just see if anybody has any questions or comments. I see there's a couple of you out there watching. Welcome. And let's see. Yeah, I'll just keep going. Let's see. Yeah, so the next step I would go to, I've sent a test, I've looked at the preview. I would go to continue. And then I can decide to send, I can decide first of all, which lists I'm going to send to. I can also start working with the segments tool if I want to. I can double check and make sure the subject line looks good, the from name looks good, and then over here I can decide, okay, I'm going to send this now. I want some early results. And then this is a great feature that's resend in on openers. 4 days from now, I can send to everybody that didn't open the email. And there's one other tool here, the A/B test, where I can have a subject line here, another one here, and kind of run them against each other. And whichever one wins, then everybody else who didn't get it the first time receives whichever is the winner. So unfortunately, you can't use that with the resend to non-openers feature. So just know that. Then next up, I would just send the email, and then we would be done. There's a bunch of new features within each of these sections, but the editor is kind of the main area that I want to demonstrate because that's where the rubber meets the road and where people often struggle with, just creating the newsletter itself. I think a lot of the other stuff kind of falls into place once you create the newsletter. So that's all I really wanted to say today. If anyone has any questions, you're welcome to get in touch with me. I'll put my email address in the comment section. I'm having a blast just learning HAPS and trying out a bunch of different kinds of content right now, and we'll see where we go from here. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll probably do some music at some point.